Real quick, I myself am embarrassed over several of our meetings we've had. One of them being you might say, we didn't really end it, but everybody thought it did on this YMCA. That was an embarrassing moment also. There were some good outstanding citizens that jumped up and shouted and pointed fingers, and I actually had to recess the meeting for the first time in 7 years because of crowd control. That's really embarrassing to me. We got this kind of emotion going on. I understand everybody's been locked up and there's a lot of emotions for something you feel personal about, but this is a business meeting and we don't need that. And I'll be bringing my attitude adjuster in next time. I just purchased that, so I'll present it next time. So anyway, but we need to be calm about things and understand it's not a dead item. The commissioners didn't like the way it was presented. They want to hear more information. And it'll be coming back to us again. So please be a little more patient with this. And of course, the last Tuesday, district board, wow. The first half of it was truly embarrassing. But I have to agree with Mr. Connor that I would call it that Mr. Wyckoff engaged. Did a good job. He engaged. And even though it might have been a little bit embarrassing, he was upset that he wasn't following the appropriate protocol, might call and everything. So. And he could have done it differently. I will admit to that. But Mr. David Weisskopf is a good attorney, and I appreciate what he's done. And we'll work that out. Mr. Cahill, we lost a valuable person who's been volunteering in our emergency service a long time. I'm sorry I wasn't here to go to the prayers and everything, but my heart's out to those who are in prayers for those who are affected by his loss. And next, we have got a lot of fund balance, and the state is in the billions fund balance because of really two things that I can see that our last president did. He changed the way that people could file for federal. Number one, he gave a standard deduction of $25,000 per individual, and he also initiated a SALT agreement type thing. The SALT is sales and local tax deduction. And what this did was the state never changed its filing process. So the people that were getting high tax write-offs would go ahead and itemize. Well, the $25,000 deduction, a lot of people didn't itemize. And the state, they transfer only with the federal government that you have done with the federal government. So all of a sudden, our income tax increased tremendously. And I am afraid this rescue plan that the president's going to put in right now, if that goes through, he's changed all that. So I would say fiscal 23, we're going to look at a change to our income tax coming in. And we have to be careful how we spend our money, because all of a sudden we'd be looking at, rather than a tax decrease, there'd be a tax increase. I personally want to get down to a 3% income tax that we had previously many years ago. We had to raise it at one time because we had a problem. Now we've got an overflow, so fine. Let's lower it back down. But I'll caution that as we go on here, that we look at our expenditures and use our money wisely, because I'm afraid if this bill passes, they're talking about right now, it's going to be a big change. So that's where we're sitting right now. So be patient. Next, good things. I went to Riken High School Friday night for a presentation by their musical ballet group called the Nutcracker. This sort of gets us in the spirit of Christmas. And I will tell you, that lady put together, it must have been about 100 ladies, young girls that were involved in this, did an outstanding job. It was really a great performance, well done, greatly attended. The place was packed. So, I mean, it was a great attendance, and I really enjoyed it. And the last thing to be nice, we all need to understand nice matters. So let's just try to be nice to each other and come and be calm and present yourself. And I like opposition to things at times, but we need to do a little bit better. So let's do nice matters as far as I'm concerned.